Welcome to today's scheme of the week here on Louisianimal Gaming, and today we're going to be going over the tight open. It's in 27 different playbooks. You guys have probably seen me talk about this in some of our playbook breakdowns, but this is one of the better passing sets in the game because you have the ability to have four wide receivers out there in close um, proximity to each other, and you're able to exploit every part of the field in this formation. You can do it from any particular play, really exploiting the flats, making people commit to either playing man or cover two hard flats, and it's really going to open up the rest of the playbook and the route combinations that we're going to show you. So the early part of this video, the very beginning sequence here, I am going to show you universal concepts of what routes you need to be putting on the outside receivers to get the threats and the looks you want to exploit from the defense. Then later on, I will show you in a particular play, just as one example, of how you can attack deep down the coverage to take the big plays once we've gotten the defense to respect everything underneath and across the middle. So let's jump into this gun tight open and get you guys to running one of the more efficient offensive schemes to put up more points. All right, so here in our scheme of the week here for the tight open, we're going to cover quite a few plays. Again, one knock against this is that there's not a whole lot of run plays you're going to see. It's going to be read option, speed option, inside zone, and there's going to be a jet touch pass. Again, you mix it up, they can be efficient. The whole thing is to make sure that you are including them just to keep the defense honest that you will run, and this is not purely a passing set. But if you can mix it up, this pass set will be absolutely diabolical and will be a major staple in dicing them up through the air. So number one thing I want to talk about here is I'm going to pick Z spot here, dig Z spot. And again, this is going to be the universal concept here before I start breaking down all the different plays and the way you should run it. What I like here is this is not going to be a good route combination, but the outside receivers, X and B, I really like putting them on speed out routes. The reason why is if they're not playing man, and even man doesn't always guard this particularly well, but you're almost forcing them to play hard flats outside. Because of this nature of the speed out route, you're going to see, even though he plays outside, I can possession catch this for 4 or 5 yards. But I'm going to run this just a few times here. Unfortunately, this is probably this cover 2 look where this outside corner is down and outside. This is probably the one time you do not want to throw these. Um, but again, they can still get open. I just don't trust it if they are playing hard flats because it is the main zone that can actually mess this up and intercept this. So, but we're just gonna run it a couple times here. Again, you see, as long as the outside corner is moving back, you can throw it outside. Usually, if slot corners are playing hard flats, they still don't get out there. It makes it really tight. But you see here again, we just throw it outside corner, gets his hips turned around. It is very easy here. Again, I'll run it to this side now. And you see, that's a superstar corner that gets turned around here by the speed out route. And like I said, we can do this to either side. There's no tell. And then once you start doing other stuff, right, maybe they play hard flats. And then now you're going to have the ability. They ran man here, of course, but against cover 2, cover 3, and stuff like that, the streak from B or the outside receiver, if you want to do it on the left, they're going to be pulled further up the field here, and you're able to get these. If you guys are enjoying the content on the page, do me a favor. It helps me and the page out tremendously. Like the video, drop a comment on the scheme of the week you guys want to see coming up, a playbook breakdown. Come feel free to be a part of the chats during the Dynasty live streams that I put together. And go check out the Patreon page below in the description here. As we have ebooks, gameplay tips, we have certain exclusive things for members over there. Come be a part of the fastest growing team in college football 26. All right, with that being said, here on the speed out routes, we actually showed an example of this play, Diggsy spot. Streaking B, now you're creating this flood concept where you're making the outside safety and or corner respect the streak route. That's going to free up A if they're not playing hard flats here. Here they did play hard flats, but you're able to throw to that running back and get some free cheap yards. That's also something we want to do to make sure they are shading underneath, make them respect it. If we want to drag Y here to give ourselves another option here, you can. He gets open, but I really like this backside dig route despite us dropping the ball. And again, we've shown the corner route. The streak's really not going to be a throw. unless there's some kind of breaking coverage. You see underneath with the running back in flats. Now you have this zig route. Again, they're not playing hard flats. You can hit him as well. If they are shading underneath, user vacates the middle of their man. That's where your X route will come into play here. Again, you see the man coverage. Boom. Again, backside in. And we get a nice little break tackle animation for a score. So, dig Z spot. Very good play. Make sure we are utilizing this in the scheme here. Then let's go to what I believe is the best play, and that is going to be slot post. You guys have probably seen me talk about this in multiple video breakdowns that have this formation in here. Again, you have this high-low levels concept drag backside in with A and B. You have your post Y when the user vacates the middle. That will be there. And then, again, throwing in speed out routes here. I didn't like the default route X was on. But now we get to throw this concept in there. So now, not only are they respecting the flats, I'm taking a defender out of the way. Or if they don't, again, he's just there. But then, again, we'll pretend it's covered. Now you got this drag over the middle. And then you're just going to work your progressions from closest to furthest out. Again, also, if you see them in zone, now here it looked like they might have played like a weird man coverage, but you had this snap throw to the running back here. Taking a look at it here. Oh, now they run a man blitz. And again, it's just going to be free yards to take to this running back. So, again, you see everything's dropping back. We hit him in this little seam. I mean, we throw it to him pretty much right out of the backfield, and he's getting huge yards every single time. So now we'll show here, once they start committing to shading underneath, trying to take away the drags, doing all this stuff, you're going to have this backside in route. That was a tight throw, actually. They played pretty good coverage. But that is usually where you're going to find B open is against man. And once the users get aggressive playing underneath here, and again here, another example of where he's wide open and we just dropped the pass. Now, the one thing here, Y can be a very good throw in the seam, but because there's no other route stretching deep down the field to take away that safety, you're going to see here is, well, geez, that was just a terrible throw. But the safeties are going to be able to break on that and play it. So let me repost him here. And you see there's going to be the little spot there. We will possession catch that. So maybe repost him is going to be the move. Here they're going to be in a cover 2. So you tell immediately when the middle linebacker drops back and turns his hips to run. One of the next plays I was going to talk about, but if you look at it, is just drive. Drive literally looks like slot post with the post from Y, the levels concept from B and A. They're just swapped who's running the drag and the in. But X, you put them on a speed out route, and then you would just wheel route RB. So, again, there's a bunch of stuff there that you can do within a lot of these plays that look very similar. Bench, dig, pivot is a play we're going to look at here. And one of the easiest reads, again, I like putting X here on the regular out. Let's put them on a speed out route. Let's test outside. Then you're going to have your flat from your running back, A on your zig. So what we want to do here is look at these options early in the play. They're great quick throws. A lot of pressure is not going to get to you before you can make the reads. If they do, B on the backside. In will be there. Y, if they're playing a cover 0 blitz, you'll be able to pass lead that outside to get him involved. So, again, we're going to snap it here. Again, you have RB in the flats. I chose to hit the zig. Sometimes he gets open right away on a snap throw. Sometimes he gets open a little bit later in the play. Here they run a man blitz. Again, not protecting the flats. Throw to your running back. I can't preach that enough. Make your downs easy and manageable so the playbook stays open. Take what they're going to give you. Again, here, speed out route. And you see he's able to get the corner on skates and get outside. Again, that's why I love that route. It's probably my favorite route in the game. If they're running man here, we have Y. If they're in some kind of match concept, we're just going to look to our flat zig here. Take a look here. Again, they're running some type of match here. And again, we're able to exploit the flats for almost 30 yards. So, and same thing we talked about earlier. If there's opportunities where the user gets aggressive, you have your backside in from B. Here, I utilize my quarterback's feet. See if we can run this one more time here. Again, here is B now shaking free in the man coverage there. unless they were in match. But you see, easy routes, guys are going to get open all over the field, just about making it simple and easy on yourself. Next play we're going to take a look at here is bench return. So bench return, again, it's very same thing we talked about. X here on a speed out route. Now the only thing I may do different here is maybe put RB on a flat. The reason is this return route is going to be one of our main routes I want to focus on, and that RB route will be able to pull zones outside. If there's no other outside zones, that return route can get kind of boxed in by certain zone coverage. So again, but also the cool thing is B, sometimes not when the quarterback does that. And then also B has the opportunity to get open kind of like really early, like right here, if the zones just drop back right away. So something to keep into consideration. Again, you also have the running back here on the flats. They don't respect it. And then, of course, again, we talked about this before, speed out routes. All right, now I'm going to show one of my favorite route combinations here to use against. All right, so this is going to be one of my favorite route combinations to start attacking deeper down the field here to get some bigger chunks of yards. You can put A here on a stemmed post. If you want to put him on a crosser, either one works, whatever is your preference. Um, but now I'm going to wait and let that streak clear the way to be able to throw to A here. If he's not open, we will take our reads here. He is open, but the one now in doing this setup here, now I'm going to run it to the other side, but don't get fixated on throwing just the deep shot. Is make your reads. Still be a smart player. Make them respect everything on the field here as we are continuing to drop some passes here. But again, it's very simple again, but if they're not going to protect underneath, you'll throw underneath. Now we got this crosser coming to the other side. Guys are just not holding on to the ball here for us. But we show you that's the crosser. You can use a stem post. And you know what? If you want to do the same route concept with the outside guys, I can put B on a speed out. I can put X here on a return as well. Now I still have the speed out route. And the last thing here, I'm going to just show you. Now we're going to put B on the streak, A on the zig. We'll put crosser like this. So now we have different guys, not only the slot guys here, but now, again, guys attacking intermediate from stem down post, crossers. We got outside guys running streaks. We got slots running the crossers. We got slots running streaks. Outside guys running crossers. So this entire set allows you to do so many things and to attack all areas of the field. Very last play, we're going to jump into red zone halfback scissors. Again, I love the concept of it. So you're going to have A running his flat, running backs running the scissor route, B's going to be a stretching deep post. Then you're going to have X and Y. So again, we make our reads. We go underneath first. They bring a blitz here. We actually had the flats from the tight end, but we took our drag. Try not to get fixated on routes. Sometimes it's easy, but again, drag beats right away. You're able to throw this again. But again, all about taking the reads here. They don't take away the flats. Tight end. We've shown the tight end. We've shown the drag here. Spots here. Now you got this running back kind of running the scissor route. Again, you can kind of hit him early there. There is certain zones against hard flats and things of that nature, or where they're running, I don't know, match concept or something while we overthrow the ball. But RB is going to be there. Not a whole lot of options here for B. Really got to pass that down and inside and hope, one, your receiver catches it. Number two, that your quarterback puts it in a good spot. So you possibly stem him down, repost him if you want to make him on a better cutting route here in the zone. Something like this maybe gives you a chance to rack it, or just create a little bit better separation. And then also against man here, we don't have it here, but trying to find Y on his corner route. He's better primarily against man. It's going to be a lot of, there's no zones over there. They're going to be occupy a bunch of stuff on the left side of the field, so they all kind of like take Y away. That is going to wrap up our scheme of the week, gun tight open. Again, 27 different playbooks. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope maybe there's something in here that you were not running. If you were running this formation, that will help take your game to the next level and get you guys some more wins and some more points. So until the next video, I'm Louisianimal Gaming. I'm out. Drop a like. Come join the fastest growing community in the game.